Hello Factorio engineers, welcome to part 9 of my Pyanodon's adventure. I will keep this part shorter than the previous one and focus on only the new areas and updates. If you haven't watched the part 8 yet, I recommend watching it first, since I did a full base tour in that part. There were many problematic areas before. Some still remain, but overall the base is in much better shape now. I produced my first production science pack at hour 1007 and only a few researches are left that use this science pack. Once they are done, the tech tree will be 82% complete. Next is Science Pack 4, which is, in my opinion, the most annoying science pack. The main reason is this perfect sample. Once you start producing it, it's fine, but crafting it for the first time is very exhausting. Power consumption is approaching 100 gigawatts, but we are still far from the limit. I have also started stockpiling materials for fusion reactors. Crafting 10 of them will take a long time, but by the next part I should have the MHD generator built. I expanded the hub a bit more and now I craft some tier 3 buildings and belts here as well. I also built the rocket silo here. My logistic bot count is around 27,000 and most of them are actively working. I increased their cargo size to 7. It's expensive for now, but I plan to upgrade part of the logistic bots later. I also upgraded my power armor and expanded my equipment grid, which you can see here. Let's start with production science pack. Even though I have been researching continuously, I have accumulated more than 15,000 of them. Logistic bots bring all the required materials here and makes everything much easier. Tholins also come from here. I'm using productivity modules as well, which helps a lot. They currently give me 40% productivity bonus, and later this will reach 120%. From this point on, most ingredients for the new items will be supplied by logistic bots. Even though they require many different materials, the quantities are small, that's why bots are much more convenient. And even if the demand increases, my bot network can handle it. Thanks to that, the late game will be easier than I expected. All materials here are also delivered by bots. Because ammonia often causes problems, I built a backup setup here to handle demand spikes. I already have plenty of Tholins. I reorganized Filtration Media production and will later switch these assemblers to automated factories as well and use productivity modules. I also cleaned up this area. Saw blades are extremely useful and allow me to produce large amounts of raw fiber. As I mentioned in part 8, I updated this area as well. All drill heads are distributed from here across the base. And as you can see, the demand is very high. I also put an alarm here, because running out of these without realizing would be very unpleasant. I updated container production too, but it doesn't look great right now due to missing materials. I will revisit this later. I fixed the tin plate shortage and now it's running smoothly. With the new recipes from production science, I updated most plate production chains. Silver plate was also fixed instantly with the new recipe and is now stable. Nickel production used to end here, but I extended it. It's much longer now, so let's take a quick look. I made small updates in this area. Vatbrain production is here, and I have built up a large stockpile. I expanded the Slaughterhouse section and built another fish farm. These modules took a long time to obtain, but they are very effective. Tin plate production was in very bad shape in the previous part, but with the new additions it's no longer an issue. It goes through a long processing chain and is delivered to the plate production zone by logistic boats. Chromium is similar, but its chain is much shorter, so it was easier to update. This entire area is for rare earth oxide. When the old setup became insufficient, I rebuilt it from scratch. I may have overbuilt it, but I don't want to touch this area again. This is one of the new items, and its production is fairly simple. A lot of materials have piled up here, and I will reorganize this area in the next part. Everything will be used eventually, nothing will go to waste. I started producing Deuterium here and storing it for later use. I also fixed Molten Glass production, and it's much better now. This area produces some advanced items. Slake lime demand was much higher than I expected, so I had to add more buildings. Thanks to the new recipe, sulfuric acid is running smoothly now. And I keep these tanks as backups. I extended the iron plate production chain and now produce it this way. I was using this setup too, but because of sodium sulfate shortage, it's currently on standby. I completely rebuilt industrial diamond production. The old setup was far too weak, but even this one won't be enough, and it will need another update. I also rebuilt electronic grade silicon production here. Nexelit plate production is stable and running without issues. After fixing the silver plate shortage, antimony oxide is returned to normal and is now working properly. Another new area I built is for vanadium pentoxide. It has many steps, but the result is great. Power generation is stable for now, but in the next part this area will be completely empty. I updated this section as well, removed the old buildings and replaced them with sand extractors. I really like these machines, they have been very useful. This area is used for petroleum gas production. I removed all copper grade for production here. This is now the only production site, but it won't be enough on its own, so I will expand it soon. Molten copper and copper plate production will remain here until the end of the game. I expanded the Syngas production, but now I can't keep up with refined Syngas demand because of activated carbon shortage. In part 8 these were completely full, but I have used all of them. I built another activated carbon production here, but it's still not enough. I will build a new one soon. I increased ammonia production slightly, but it still becomes insufficient at times. I will transport this chromium by train instead of boats. Using boats for this feels wasteful. Trains make more sense here. My SPM is around 84, which is quite good. As you can see, science packs are well stocked. And Vatbrains too. I could make this section bigger, but there is no rush. Pi 4 will take about 40 more hours. In the next part, most Pi 4 research will be completed and we will be ready for utility science packs. Finally, let's take a quick look at the production charts. That's all for now, thank you for watching so far. If you enjoyed, please like the video and subscribe for more. See you in the next part.